Hey everyone, as usual, I'm going to talk about Toronto real estate market in this longer video. If you have been following my short videos, you know what's going on already. But if you haven't seen my short YouTube videos, I'm going to tell you what's going on right now. The most interesting numbers in this month's stats is number of sales. If you have been tracking number of sales in the past few months, you know that the sales dropped up to 50%. That literally means the number of transactions in Toronto real estate market were cut by half. And in December, we saw the number of transactions as low as what they were at the beginning of the COVID lockdown in April 2020. Hey everyone, this is Ari Armani, Toronto real estate agent, and in this video I'm going to tell you about the latest news in Toronto. First of all, the number of transactions in Toronto real estate market were slightly above 3,100. Number of sales were down, and that changed basically the balance between the supply and demand. I'm going to tell you about the point where we are standing right now later in this video. First, let's go take a look at the average home prices. Alright everyone, as you know the website yourrealestateagent.com, on top you click on the market and then you go down. You can see the whole article. I'm not going to read the whole article for you, but I'm going to tell you about the most important parts. First of all is that prices were down 9.2% year over year. And if you have been watching my YouTube shorts or videos, you know that I was telling you that the prices in Toronto real estate market for a while is going to bounce between $1,050,000 to $1.1 million. That's where we are going to see the prices bounce for a while until we find a solid support for Toronto real estate home prices. Let's go take a look at the chart again. All right, let's go down to the Toronto homes, all property types. Click on 1 year. As you can see, prices from July till now are bouncing off between $1,050,000 to $1.1 million. That's exactly as I was predicting, and if you have been watching my previous videos, you know that already. And let's take a look at the sold volume. Look at the sold volume. Sold volume were cut in half. If you compare it to the last December, we had about 6,000 sales, and now we have a slightly about 3,100 sales. Another thing that is interesting is that if you look at the number of active listings in July, you see that the active listings in July peaked by over 16,000 active listings in Toronto. If you can compare the chart right now, in July we had 16,000 active listings and we had over 6,400 sales. Now, even though that the sales have been dropping, as you can see in this chart, also the number of active listings were dropping. And this is really interesting. Sales dropping, active listings are dropping. So it's not if the active listings were going higher and the sales were dropping, that would have been a recipe for the biggest crash of all time. But as you can see, both sales and the active listings are dropping together. That's going to take us to the balance, to the relationship between the supply and demand, which I'm going to show you in the next chart, which is month of inventory. And again, if you have been watching my videos, you know what's month of inventory. If you don't know what's month of inventory is literally the relationship between the supply and demand. And when the month of inventory goes higher, means that the supply is much more than the demand. So that's what's going to make the market a buyer's market when the supply goes higher, and accordingly the month of inventory goes higher. If it goes the opposite way, it's going to be a seller's market. I published a video in the summer that I was talking about the death cross in Toronto. I was telling you that if that cross happens the way that the supply drops and the active listings go higher and higher, we are going to have the mother of all crashes in Toronto. And now, as we are going to see, the number of sales are dropping and also the number of active listings are dropping as well. Let's take a look at the month of inventory. All right, and now we have a slightly about 3,100 sales, peak in July by above 3 months of inventory. And as you can remember, above 3 is a buyer's market. Between 2 and 3 is a balanced market. Balanced market means that some of the properties will go under asking, some of the properties will go above asking, and some of the properties will stay on the market and won't sell. So basically, ever since July, we are going to see that month of inventory is bouncing between 2.5 and let's say 3 months of inventory, which we are literally, that month of inventory that we are seeing in the charts shows me that we are on the upper half of the balanced market. Means that we are balanced towards the buyer's market. It is not completely a buyer's market and it is not a seller's market at all. But within the balanced market range, which is between 2 and 3 months of inventory, we are bouncing between 2.5 to 3. So basically we are looking at the upper band of the month of inventory. Means that we are closer to the buyer's market, but we are still balanced market. If I want to call it, I will call it a balance inclining towards the buyer's market. But I do not call this market a buyer's market. However, it depends on the property. Some properties will sit on the market and some sellers who are desperate will accept lower offers. Some examples like that will not make this market a buyer's market. We are close to the buyer's market, but we are not there yet. Pay attention, we are not there yet. All right, let's take a look at the charts regarding the detached properties and condo properties, the two most popular properties that we sell in Toronto on real estate market. Alright, you can read the rest of the article on your own. I'm not gonna go through all of that. It's gonna take lots of time, so go through it yourself. So you can go through it on your pace. Let's go to the Toronto condos historical charts. Click on 1 year. As you can see, prices peaked in March $808,000 and went down in July to $719, and it's now bouncing off $700,000. If you are not subscribed to my newsletter, you can fill up this form and subscribe to my newsletter. Now we are checking the sold volume. As you can see, sold volume is half of what it was last year in condo market, and the active listings are also dropping. If we take a look at the month of inventory, we can see that the month of inventory in condo market is clearly above 3 months of inventory. So based on what we defined about month of inventory and the buyer's market, in the condo sector, we have above 3 months of inventory in Toronto. Means that condo market in Toronto is within the buyer's market range. So if you're a buyer in Toronto looking for a condo, you have more control. And if you're a seller looking to sell a condo in Toronto, you should accept the new reality that the supply and demand at this point of time has made this market a buyer's market. And again, that doesn't mean all the condos are gonna go under asking. If your condo has a wow factor, for example, a gorgeous view, a great layout, it's located in a great building, it will sell. So I'm not talking about those type of condos that will sell in any market, most likely over asking. I'm talking about the cookie cutters that are located in mediocre areas or mediocre buildings. Alright, let's get back to the charts and take a look at the detached market. So look at the detached market charts. Oh, actually before going there, look at the downtown condo market. The month of inventory, first of all, average condo in CO1, which is west side of downtown, is $771,000, almost $772,000. Month of inventory in downtown is almost 4.2 month of inventory, which is a buyer's market again. Now let's take a look at the detached market. Detached prices were down 13.4%, but let's take a look at the charts. We go to the charts, click on 1 year. You can see the prices peaked about 1.8 million. Now they're bouncing between 1.35 to 1.4. So it seems that the detached market were basically flattening. The prices in the detached market were flattening since July, and it's bouncing off 1.35 to 1.4 million dollars. And it looks like that the detached homes had more demand in this downturn. All right, let's take a look at the active listings and sold volume. You can see the sold volume were down, also active listings were down. And while taking a look at the month of inventory, you can see month of inventory were bouncing between 2.3 to 2.75. So it is again, month of inventory in the detached market is still a balanced market, closer to the buyers. It is not a buyer's market at all in the detached market at this point of time. So we are bouncing off, let's say, between 2.5 to 3 months of inventory, which is the upper band of a balanced market. So if you are in the market to buy or sell a detached house, you should know that the detached houses, mostly, not all of them, are in a balanced market at this point. Alright, as I promised all the times, I'm gonna try to keep these videos short as possible. You can go and read the article on your own at your own pace, or if you need more information and you would like to book a consultation meeting with me, you can use the link down below this video. If this video brought any value to you, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.